Our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to School Through Spirit with myself, DeEtte Renee, as your host on the Edge Network, bringing to you every week a little bit of a spiritual awareness into our daily life. Sometimes to make things make sense, some things not, some things just to improve. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Sorry, I had to relog into everything. My computer restarted itself last night. Good morning, Tim. And apparently it does not like me very much this morning. So I do apologize for being later than normal because of that. And maybe we'll have everything set now. So I do apologize, everybody. So as you know, every morning we do start with a little bit of Neil Donald Walsh. Even if you don't remember who he is, he was amazing. I loved Neil. And then at the half hour mark, we do go on to, oh my God, I'm just logged on everything. We do go on to our 5-card stud, which is a deck of highlighted. I do just kind of grab and go down below. And our deck this week is the Akasha Oracle, Unlock the Wisdom from Previous Lives by Emily and Nicolle. I don't know if y'all can see this. It's pretty awesome. It looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Sorry, let's do it this way. So much glare on this gorgeous, gorgeous deck, but gorgeous. It is Rockpool, in case I didn't say it already. There we go. There we go. Put some stuff over there. I am just a mess today, guys. I'm a mess. For a person that's getting their stuff together, I'm a mess. Just so you know. And when I mean about getting my stuff together, powers that be, cross my fingers, spirit aligns with the universe, and tons of prayers. My website will be live in a week. What do you think? It is done. It is completed. I finished it, okay? I am not a genius by any means on websites. I'm barely a beginner. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I'm just waiting for the ability to transfer my domain, my original domain over of the DeEtteRenee.com over to it. Fingers crossed I can do that as of Sunday. And in July, I'll be able to connect to DeEtte.us because apparently, hello, Miss Shelley. Thank you. Or Shelby, sorry. I have to rebuy that domain. Lots of mistakes made over the last few months, but that's okay. That's okay. We are going to get it going again. I'm learning to be independent here, guys. Learn to be, and maybe that's all we should talk about today is learning to be independent. Good morning, Keith. And going, hey, we got this. We can do this. Who needs to pay everybody and anybody to do all of our stuff for us if we can do it ourselves? You know, maybe that should be the talk today. I don't know. I am doing great today, Keith. I really am. I don't know if you look, I mean, I put myself together today. This is first I've done it in a few weeks because I just haven't been feeling it. So what are we going to look at today? Release your negativities. I'm going to get the glasses off for this. You know what? That's fun. This is funny. You know why? You know how you guys always say, I always say to you guys, like, hey, I work on this crap right along with you guys every week. But I get to pre-work on it. So I might talk to you guys about it today and you guys work on it this week. I worked on it the week before, heavily on this topic last night. I had some crazy imagination things going on. I'm like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? Like, this is insane. And then it was putting it in future aspect. And I'm like, I can't imagine all this is going to happen. So when I kind of went into my guides and I went, why is this going on? And they went, kind of reliving the past and releasing some stuff. I'm like, oh my God gracious. Got it, understand it, go forward. So it's kind of helped. So it says release your negativities. The essential truth. Feelings are neither negative nor destructive. They're simply truths. They're simply truths. How you express your truth is what matters. You cannot take responsibility for how well another accepts your truth. You can only ensure how well it is communicated with love, compassion, sensitivity. So express what you call your most negative feelings, but not destructively. Remember that negativity is never a sign of ultimate truth, even if it seems like your truth at the moment. It always arises out of an unhealed part of you, which is why it is so important to get these negativities out, to release them. Failure to express, that is, push out negative feelings, does not make them go away. It keeps them in. Negativity kept in harms the body and burdens the soul. And I will tell you what, there is so much truth in that. Oh my gosh, guys, that is so much truth in that. You know, I will tell you what. Let's just go to my website. Let's talk about my website, okay? Let's go there and go, okay, yeah, where are we going to start at here? So, you know, when you've heard me bring it up how many times in the last, since literally December 3rd. December 3rd. So we're going on, what, 2.5 months here without a website, 2.5 months of getting more aggravated, 2.5 months of getting frustrated, aggravated, whatever you want to call it, upset, negative thoughts, feelings, all this stuff coming out. And it was really insane. And I will tell you what, even as I was going through this whole process, like, I'm going to take this over, I'm going to do it myself, I'm going to take control. And I started it really out of a negative space. Okay. I started this conquering of technology out of a very negative space. And that doesn't mean it's going to be a negative website. Trust me. But I started it there. I started very angry. Why? Because I was angry at a situation. I was angry at all this. And as I moved through the process of almost 2 weeks rebuilding this, now 2 weeks of being continued frustration, continued anger, holding on to that, just bearing it in my soul. And it wasn't helping me. It wasn't helping me. So literally one day I was really struggling to get some things done in it. And I literally went, why in the hell did this happen to me? And I heard my guide start laughing. And I thought, oh, this is not funny. This is not funny. And they literally were like, no, it is. Why? Because what's happened since the situation is created? I said, I'm having to freaking do it myself. And I stopped in the moment and I went, oh, don't have to do this myself. I get to do this myself. I get to do this. For 5 years now, I've been saying, I can't do technology. Can't do it. Don't know how to do it. Don't want to try it. This is too hard. This is not my wheelhouse. And when I said that, I gave up all my control to anybody else. All of it. And I went, ah. So this happened for me because literally not that long ago, I went, I want to build my name. I want to do this. I put that out there. And the universe literally coincided with me, say, here you go. Here you go. This is the first step. You get to learn how to do this. And honestly, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't what everybody else there made it out to be. It wasn't that hard to do. And I went, oh. So when I started to give up the negative anger, frustration feelings, all of a sudden, the little issues I was having just was a boop, 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 gone. They were gone. They were gone. Even when it came to transferring a domain, I wasn't angry. I was like, oh, okay. I just have to wait out a 60-day period of time. Now, I don't know if that was 60 days from that moment or a week ago or a month ago or 2. I didn't know. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter anymore. And then other things came to light. I went, oh, this is what happens when you release that anger, that frustration, and start to realize that feelings don't have to be negative. Feelings don't have to be that down and dirty, you know? Because quite frankly, what happens when we get angry and frustrated? Things don't work, guys. I hate to tell you this, but when things start getting harder, if you stop and you take a breath and you step back and you go, okay, why is this happening for me? What is going on? Things start to change, things starts to reverse. Now, one big thing that, and this is just one area of frustration. Now, or in negativity. Now, how else did I start this morning? I said, yeah, I started out with these really negative thoughts last night. And when I realized they were going back to things that I've done in the past. God, these awful things that I deemed awful in the past. Except for, and I've already thought I had dealt with all this. I thought I dealt with all these things that I had done that I felt were very negative, harmful things to people. But when it came back last night, it wasn't from the aspect of me doing to somebody else. And that's already painful for me. For me to look at my shortcomings is very painful. Okay. Because I feel and hear from my side of what I have done. Last night, I got the joy of the experience of the memory rewriting itself to it happening to me. And I got to feel it from the opposite side of that coin. And I will tell you what, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And I thought, why is this happening? Why am I going through this? Um, Hello, Kyle. Kyle. And I thought, why am I going through this? And it went on for a few hours, and I thought, why am I going through this? Why am I literally experiencing these memories from the other side of the coin? And I heard this is what I'm going to do when I die. And it's not that I'm dying anytime soon, guys, but this is what's going to happen. I get to relive my life just like every one of us from the opposite side, not what we did to people, good or bad, but how they felt or how they experienced by our actions. And I thought that's a really interesting view. And then I thought, so I'm getting to release on a deeper level. I thought, wow, how rewarding is that? And how rewarding is it going into the future to not only see things from my point of view, but how possibly how I act or interact now affects somebody else. So in allowing myself to release this stuff, hello, Amar, having to release all this stuff from a past is now really, truly going to start affecting my future. Why? Because, quite simply, I'm going to start thinking, how am I affecting somebody else? How is my interactions? How are either my smile, my words, frustrations? How are they going to interact and how is that going to affect somebody else? And that's going to come into play now because I got to start to release on that level. And we always look at releasing our negativity, especially in the spiritual nature. We always go like going into the inner child. We're doing our shadow work. We're doing all this stuff, but we always do it. Hello. And I do not know how to pronounce that. We always do it from our side. We always do it from our side. We never do it from both sides of that. And I will tell you what, it's a strong, strong thing to be able to start to release that. It really is. It starts to become very freeing. It starts to go, wait a second. Gosh, I didn't realize how stuck I was. Now I want to flip this a different way. Okay, we've talked about a couple of different things. I want to flip this a different way. Now, I did see this on Facebook. I won't even lie. I seen this on Facebook. Somebody I know wrote it. And very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. And it's a self-induced negativity. Self-induced. Okay? And when I say self-induced, I really do mean it is about looking at ourselves and going, okay, where are we sitting at how we view other people? How many of you can put your hand up and think, I don't leave the house until I'm satisfied with the way I look, because I want to look a certain way so that other people don't look at me different. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I've watched all the Walmart videos of everything shows up at Walmart, and I've gone through my judgmental period, and now I'm into my who cares period. But how many of us think about, are we going to look professional? Are we going to look sexy? Are we going to look cute? Are we going to look sloppy? What are we going to look like? How many of us put that thought not only into our clothes, our appearance, our facial appearance, our hair, the way we stand, the way we walk? These are all other types of negativities, guys. I hate to say it. It really is. When you start to put on a mask from head to toe based on what other people view you, it becomes a negative way of living. Now, I want you to think about something. Okay, and this was what was put on Facebook. It says, "What happens after the funeral?" Yeah, what happens after the funeral? When you die, immediately people go into shock. Immediately, it's like, "Oh my God, what just happened? I can't believe they're gone. I can't believe I'm not going to see them again." Your close loved ones will think about you every day, every moment up until the funeral. Friends will think about you a little bit less. Acquaintances will be shocked immediately and let go of it. But everybody's going to show up to the funeral. And during that moment of getting ready and going to the funeral, all thoughts are on you. All memories are on you. They're thinking about the good times, the bad times, the laughter, the fun, the craziness you did, the success you were. And then they show up and they wait in that line and they look at the family giving hugs and shaking hands. And all thoughts are on you. Why? Because your body's there. The pictures of you are there. This event is a last hurrah for you. And then the eulogy starts. And somewhere in the eulogy, everybody but the close family starts to think about what they need to get done. And they stop thinking about you. And then the funeral's over and you're going to the luncheon. And less of you is remembered. Because those acquaintances have not forgotten about you, because they are talking about their day. They're talking about their successes. They're talking about their families to everybody else. And the small table of your close loved ones are up there still thinking about you. And as the week goes by, you've been forgotten by most everybody. And in time, it's not that you're forgotten, because the love of you is always going to be there. That memory that you existed will be there. But everything you did within that will be gone. What you wore, how you acted, the success of your business, all that is going to be gone. You will be a mother, a father, a sister, brother. You'll be somebody that was loved, but the rest will be history. So the question is, when you wake up in the morning and you're getting ready for everybody else, and you're thinking, if I don't look a certain way, I'm not going to make somebody else happy. And this is a negativity in you. But if they're not going to remember you the day after your funeral, they're not going to remember any of that. Why are you doing it today? Now, I know that seems very strange, but when you think about the people you know in your life that have passed. It's exactly how the memories go. And it made me think after I read this, because there is no shame in my game, guys. When I have to get up to go to an event or, or a gallery or something like that, I do dress appropriately. But every other given day, I'm in sweats and a sweatshirt, a t-shirt. Most of the time, I don't even freaking match. My hair's up in a messy bun. There is no makeup, and I look like I'm all of 55, if not older. And I don't give a rat's ass. Just don't. Matter of fact, everybody calls me Nani. They don't call me DeEtte. So therefore, my name has become an image. And that's okay. That's okay because it's still part of me. But on an everyday basis, I've given up the negative thoughts of myself and what I will look like or how I will act because it's too much to have to deal with anymore. And I will tell you, it was something I used to fight with all the time. And this is a day to day negativity. Guys, when we think about negativity, we always think about, oh my God, the traumatic crap in our life. But really, the traumatic crap is this much of your day to day. Negativity gets into us all the time. All the time. It's not just my appearance. I used to struggle with it. I grew up in a time that I grew up in the 80s. And gosh, guys, I was an 80s girl to the 10th. But I only did the big hair when I had to. I only did the makeup when I had to because I fought with it all the time. And I can remember classmates going, here I was a cheerleader going to school, not doing my hair, not doing my makeup, and not caring. And everybody going, you just need to do your hair and your makeup. Why don't you do it? And I thought to myself, why do I have to? My sleep is more important. Why do I have to look a certain way 7 days a week when it's only important for 2 hours a day that I look a certain way? 2 hours a week. So it's something I've always fought with. Always fought with. Because it's a negativity that was placed on me if I didn't look a certain way. So releasing that finally has given me the ability not to have to struggle. And I think more people would be doing better if they would release the fact that we struggle with negativity all the time, whether it be how we look every day, the actions that we've done in the past, what other people have done to you personally, what's happening to you today. Negativity is not about, and I cannot explicitly or say it enough, negativity is not just childhood trauma. It's childhood trauma that continues. Because childhood trauma, whether it be major events or small things on the playground, or what you were taught by parents and socials and peers, that is what's forming your way of life. So when you're getting ready today or tomorrow, when you're looking in the mirror, is it making you feel better? Or are you doing this for somebody else? And either way, if you have that feeling inside you goes, no, let it go. Let it go. Stop holding on to what feels not so good. And when you do start to get frustrated and you do start to go, what the heck is going on? Like I was with my website, stop and go, why is this happening for me? And I do mean to say it that way. Why is this happening for me? because you'll start to realize that the small and or big things that are happening for a reason. And you'll start to release all the crap in here that you don't need to hold on to. And clearly, I'm still working at it. But you'll start to live a life that's a little bit more purposeful. You'll start to live a life that's a little bit easier. And if you don't believe me, ask anybody that has cut ties with where they're living, just got up and moved to a state that they're much happier in. They're the people to watch. Why? Or the ones that just all of a sudden quit their job and took something different for less money. Because those are the people that finally went, you know what? Why am I living here? I don't want to be here. I want to be near here. Why am I here? Oh, I'm here because my family's here. I'm here because my friends are here. I'm here because my job is here. But God, just say being in the North, why am I living in a place that hurts my face? The air itself hurts my face. You don't like your face being hurt by the air. Why are you here? Move to where it doesn't hurt. Friends and family will visit. There's phone calls, there's Zooms, there's technology all around. Those are the people to watch. The ones that just said, why am I doing this job? I can't stand it. I'm just going to go find something that makes me happy. I love that, Michelle. I love that. And that's the important thing, is when you finally look in the mirror and you go, that's when you start to release the negativity. And that's when you start to begin your life. I won't even lie. I won't even lie. So think about that. Think about when you're looking at your life. Why are you doing what you're doing? And when you start to release the negativity in it, your life is going to change. You'll move. You'll change jobs. You'll change houses. You may get divorced. I won't even lie. Your life will change. But it will change for something better for you. And truly better for everybody else. It really will. So with that being said, guys, we're going to close the book on this subject, hopefully. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll do our 5 cards done. This is DeEtte, Go Through Spirit with the Edge Network. See you in a few, maybe.
Join us at the Souls of Spirit Spiritual and Holistic Expos as a part of your spiritual awakening journey. Get ready for a day of enlightenment and exploration at one of our upcoming expos. Our events are where all things spiritual and holistic come to life. Experience a diverse range of vendors offering healing jewelry, natural products, and metaphysical merchandise. Immerse yourself in the mystical arts guided by mediums, psychics, and Reiki practitioners. Interact with energy healers and health professionals ready to provide rejuvenating services. Be one of the first 25 attendees and receive a fantastic gift bag full of treasures from participating vendors. Bring your loved ones along. These family-friendly events have something special for everyone. The $5 entry fee includes educational speakers and up to 40 vendor booths. Mediumship group gallery is just $25. Free expo admission for those under 12 or showing military ID. Find out more about upcoming events in North, South Dakota, and Montana at soulsofspiritexpos.com. Join us at the Edge magazine, where enlightenment meets opportunity. As an advertiser, you'll reach a vibrant community of seekers and explorers eager to elevate their consciousness. Our full-color glossy publication, distributed to over 600 locations in U.S. and Canada and reaching more than 100,000 readers annually, offers prime exposure to your holistic and metaphysical business, service, event, and products. Showcase your offerings with engaging articles and multi-page directory of practitioners. Connect with a discerning audience ready to embrace your unique contributions to their journey towards higher consciousness. Seize the opportunity to align your brand with the forefront of holistic exploration here, there, and everywhere. Contact sales at edgemagazine.net for more information about advertising options. Let's connect and explore how we can elevate your brand together.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is School Through Spirit. DeEtte here, your host. Coming to you each week with a little bit of a spiritual awareness, enlightenment, hopefully making life a little bit easier. Who knows? We'll figure it out. So let's do our 5-card stud here. I keep flipping all over the place trying to see because it never fails. I think I'm like watching. I think I'm seeing all the comments, and then I get off the live, and throughout the day, I see all these people that commented. And I don't know if they commented while I was live or if it was right after the fact. I don't know. So, look at that. Actually came off really easy. There is the outside. I don't even know why I didn't even go to the back. I'm like, just want to tear into them. It says, this is the Akasha Oracle, Unlock Wisdom from Previous Lives by Emily Nicolle, and it is a Rockpool Oracle deck. It says the Akashic Records, a universal library containing all the memories of humanity, including each soul's individual journey, have been known and explored by many civilizations throughout history. When you access the records, the masters and teachers deliver what you need to know to evolve positively in your current incarnation. This oracle will provide you with keys to obtain precise and dated information on your past lives, help you understand the nature of your personal blocks, discover your life purpose, and the possibilities you are called to develop, or even just undertake, or more traditional divinatory reading. Kind of cool. It says, imagine a space filled with knowledge, a field of energy in which flows all that exists and all that will ever exist. Now, I will not lie. I love to hear about the Akashic Records. It's not a raven, but it's still pretty cool. I won't lie, though. Let me get back to this. I've yet to find an Akashic Record reader that I'm like, yay! I've had many, and I just kind of look at them like, yeah, I kind of don't know where you just went. I am that person. I hate to say it. And I know a million people are going to go, but yeah, you haven't had me read you, or yeah, you need to go to this person. I get it. It's just me. I have yet to find someone that says they're a Akashic Record reader that really is really going there. So I hate that. I hate to say that. I am still open. I'm still hoping for that day that that person just shows up and I go, wow, that's awesome. I really am. But so far, I haven't found it. And that's okay. So let's look at these. Oh my God. We might just love this book. We're going to love this book. I'm going to love this book. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous that is. Now, the imagery is black and white with gold. Guess that is black and white with gold. And we've got color. I love this book. I won't even lie. I love the book so far. Very simple here. Beautiful artwork. The images are there. I love that. I love the fact that they keep going to number 1, karma. I'm going to have to read that. Apparently that's for me today. We're going to read that in a little bit, I think, or I'm going to read it for myself. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So how do we play 5-card stud? 5-card stud is, and again, I think this is a book you can throw in your purse and just go with it. So 5-card stud, yes, this is a Akashic deck. Yes, this is, oh, by the way, it's got gorgeous gold. This is a deck that, our 5-card stud, oh my God, I'm all over the place still. 5-card stud is where I'm going to pick 5 cards. I'm going to read all 5 cards individually for us. Okay. Really need to see myself today. Your job is pick 1, 2, all the cards, whatever you want. However many cards you feel you need is what you're going to pick. Okay. Or you can wait to the very end. These, oh God, these feel awesome. These feel amazing in the hands. Or you can wait until the very end, and when I read all of them as a whole reading. And if you're very adventurous, you can write down multiple issues, put a number next to them, and get a little bit of guidance for each one, because that's what the 5-card study is about. It's a little bit of guidance throughout this week, just kind of help you either with a situation at hand or going forward with some situations. And by the way, my shirt says, nope, not today. And I did think that was perfect for today, and I don't even know why. Now, guys, I will tell you what, when I get a deck in my hand that just feels like it's melted butter and I can do this all day, I'm like, oh my God, I love this. I love this. I love how they feel. I won't even lie. I love how I am so happy. I haven't even looked at it yet, and I'm glad it landed in my hands because it feels amazing in the hands. Okay, so let's get to going on this reading. Oh my God, they just want to fly out at me today, which is really cool. Love this. The first card we're picking, number 1, is synchronicities. Okay, so when we're looking at card number 1, okay, synchronicity is kind of like all those things happening at once, all those things happening for a reason. And if you're picking card number 1, you're getting a whole lot of what the heck is this about type of things. Okay. Wow. I don't know why. All of a sudden I started playing with the book, and it literally opened to the page. I'm thinking that's pretty cool. So this one is really kind of looking at that opportunities are happening. Things are happening. Looking at things going, oh my God, this came together for this to happen. This came together for that to happen. That's what's going to be happening with it. If you pick card number 1, that's going to be happening almost like magic all the time this week. Okay. Things are happening for a reason. When you look at this, that, and the other, like, oh my God, I just seen this, and oh my God, it's happening. You know, everything is going to synchronize together for you. That's what this week is about. It's kind of like you finally come to this place where things are just appearing. Okay, things are just, doors are opening, opportunities are at hand. This is really a magical week. Okay, if you pick card number 1. Now, the readings don't always go, hey, we're going to try to solve a problem. This is, the problems have been solved. The problems have been solved, and the universe is coming together to make your life a little bit easier, a little bit smoother this week. Okay, card number 2, self-realization. Self-realization. Isn't that gorgeous? So simple, but so gorgeous at the same time. Now, when we're looking at self-realization, this is a card where you're going to start looking at yourself. If you pick card number 2, you're going, oh, wait a second. I'm figuring out who I am. I'm figuring out what I can do. I'm starting to believe in me. Oh, wow. Wow, that's powerful. Now, this is really awesome because so many people go, oh, I already know all that. Do you? Do you really? Because this card is really showing up if you pick card number 2, because it's going to hit you square in the eyes. You're going to really start to see yourself at this level of your life, at this level of your being. This is going to be a powerful card. Now, you're going to either view this as positive or unfortunately negative, but look at it as this realization, because it's going to come to a whole for you. Okay. I honestly think when you start to hit this, where you start to get this self-realization, this is when you can move mountains. This is when you can do things you never thought you could do, because you start to see yourself possibly as other people see you instead of what you're looking at in the mirror. Like that card. Card number 3. Oh my gosh. Card number 3, perseverance. Oh my God. Look at how cool the imagery is on these. Perseverance. Wow. I'll tell you what, when they did artistry on this, look at that little boat just getting soaked up in all of that. Sucked up in all of that. Okay, but look at it. It's still a dance of ribbons and waves and all of that going on. And look at the beauty with all of it. But it's also showing that you're fighting, you're getting through there, you're pushing through. It's not that big of a deal. It is on top of it. It's got a long journey, but it's on top of the waves. It's flying on top. It's not underneath. It's not sucking down and you only see the top of a sail. It's on top. This card is saying that, yeah, life has kind of been crappy lately. You've had a lot going on, but that's okay. You are well above it all. You're making it happen. Stop looking at it like, oh my God, I got so much stuff going on. I can't handle this. Instead of looking at how much you've done and how you're still going and still on top of the world. Let that fuel you versus drowning you. Persevere. Card number 4. I like these cards so far. Yang energy. Oh boy. Yang energy. Is yang the masculine? Yang energy. I look at this as, you have yin, you have yang, you have perfect balance. When I'm looking at the yang energy, I'm looking at that's where you have to start looking a little bit. You need to look hard, a little bit harder on that side of the energy. Why? I don't think that's an issue as in, oh my gosh, I've got too much of that. I think that's more of you have something going on in your life. If you pick number 5, you're looking at this, you have to be a little tougher. You have to kind of go on that more masculine side of you. Remember, everybody's got both. But this isn't time to look to the other side and go, oh my God, I can't do this. This is to look to the opposite and go, I got this. I have this. I'm going to grab the ball. I'm going to run for it. I'm going to get that touchdown. No Super Bowl puns intended. I don't even know who won the game last night. Oh my God, I must not be American. I am American, but I still don't know. Um, but this card is literally saying that you have to go on the heavier side. You have to go on that side of a little bit more masculine, a little bit, I got this, I can do this, I can go forward and make that happen. Card number 5, the last card, we are doing Savior Complex. Stop. I'm looking at this going, stop. The instant thing I hear in my head is stop, okay? If you pick card number 5, you are trying to do this for everybody else. Everybody else. Like, I'm going to save the world. I'm going to save you. I'm here to save everything. This card is saying, no, stop it. Okay? This card is saying, if you're not doing it for you, don't be doing it. Okay? Give up that complex that you're doing this for everybody else. You need to honestly look in the mirror and go, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And it really is, what's in it for me? Not what's in it for somebody else. What's in it for me? Okay? And it's not what I'm going to get for it. It's why I'm putting myself in it. Why am I doing this? Am I doing it because it makes me feel better? Am I doing this because I want to do this and like I feel this is going to benefit me? And that's what you have to look at. So often we look at what we're going to do to save the world. Instead, how am I going to better my position for myself where I'm at? Now, this does not mean cutthroat other people, guys. That's not what this is. This is about you looking at your own personal goals in life and going forward with those. So card number 1 was synchronicity. Card number 2 is self-realization. Card number 3 is perseverance. 4 is yang energy. And 5 is savior complex. Now, when I'm looking at all these cards, I'm like, this is a week that is really kind of cool. It's dynamic because this week is looking at yourself going, you know what? Everything feels like it's against me. Everything feels like, it's a little heavy. Everything feels like there's too much to do, too much to surmount. But this cards are really saying, you know what? No. It's looking back at you and going, you know what? I got this. I can do this. I can make this happen. And the moment you start to switch your attitude to a better way of looking for yourself, that is when you're going to start to see everything happen. That's when you're going to see those doors open. That's when you're going to go, oh my God, life is getting so much better now. Why? Because quite frankly, you went, I can do this. I can make this happen. I can go the distance. Okay. So start to recognize yourself and how powerful you are and how strong you are. And then know that you got this. And there's nothing in this world that you cannot do. Okay. I like these cards, guys. I like these cards. Even though each card is very simple in its own, it definitely gives a very powerful, powerful punch. The cards are light. They're easy. They're light in the hands. They're easy to read. I'm going to tell you, for a beginner, hot damn, this is an easy beginner card deck. For the more advanced, I will tell you what, it's going to give you that quick, boom, I need this, let's go. It's a one card or a couple of card pull to rock your world for the day and or the week. So yeah, I like these cards. I love, love, love these cards. Not sure how it would work in a complex reading, but you know what? I'm thinking they could probably hold up to that too. I really am. I'm thinking they could hold up to that too. So run with these. Run with these. Okay. So where's DeEtte this week? DeEtte is in Humbird, Wisconsin on Friday evening at the Kings and Queens Bar in Humbird, Wisconsin. I am doing a gallery that evening. I've done a gallery there before. If you're not sure of it, there was actually a live back in, I think, November, where we did a scouting of me, or the first psychic speed run episode. We did it there with Miss Jess. That's where I'm going back to do the live gallery. I can't wait. I love going up there to do galleries. The people in here are amazing. And you never know who's going to show up, because it's a very small community with great support, but people from all around show up there, which is awesome. Fast forward to the next morning, and you'll be able to find me in Wisconsin. I think it's Wisconsin. Let me give you a second. We're gonna give you the exact address. But I will be in, I believe it's Onalaska, Wisconsin, on that's not it. I'm telling you, sitting here going, where am I finding myself at? I don't even know. I do know I'm in Onalaska, though. I do know I'm in Onalaska. Where in Onalaska? I have no clue. Onalaska, Wisconsin. We are doing, maybe I'll get to the right page here. Thank you. Onalaska Omni Center. The Omni Center is where we're at, and that's on the Riders Club Road in Onalaska, Wisconsin. It is a soul and synergy event. I'm so excited because they have gone back to it. They're embracing their roots. They're embracing their original name. And I love how they say bring a community together, because that really was the goal of Soul and Synergy. We were Beyond the Veil for a while. That name's gone, and I'm kind of happy. It was a happy name. So coming back through it, it is $5 to get through the door. First, or 10-year-old and under are freed with a paid adult. And there are gift bags to the first 30 attendees. I will be there doing readings, only readings. I'm not doing anything else other than showing up and reading. Which is kind of nice. I think that's what I'll be doing at most events now, just showing up and reading, giving hugs and reading. So that's where you're going to find me this weekend, which is super awesome. Next week, not even sure where I'm at next week. I guess I'll figure it out. With that being said, guys, I hope you had an amazing time with me today. I hope you understand the world of the negative thought a little bit better, realizing it's just not the heavy stuff of the shadow work. It's the everyday life. It's the everyday feelings. It's the everyday looking at yourself. So if you feel a little bit negative about anything, give it a smidge of thought. Why am I feeling negative? Let it go. There is no reason to hold that and go into your future. So with every small, negative, hard, heavy thought, take a moment, take a breath, look at it, understand it, and let it go on its way. And live a much happier life, guys. You guys have a great week. I'll see you next Monday morning here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.